Hello and welcome back to me and my screwdriver, the only channel that's going to defend Nintendo's pricing choices. I just want to talk about my overall thoughts on the Nintendo Switch Direct 2. Because I didn't record my reaction to it, and it's because I didn't have access to my PC at the time, and I was like, okay, I'll watch like a little bit of it. It might, maybe I'll see the Mario Kart, won't be that hype. I got so invested because the best Direct of all time, best Direct of all time. So I just want to talk about my overall thoughts. I'm not gonna go to every single game. I'm not gonna go over to like the Switch that's like, oh, it goes to this graphics to this graphics, because I don't really care. Like, I do care. I think it's like this, for example. This is sick. The increased storage, increased storage, fantastic. It's just not very interesting to talk about. What I want to talk about first is the Mario Kart. This genuinely, I hate Nintendo because this, like, skybox reminds me so much of World of Light. When I saw this, like, because, like, it, like, zoomed in on it from, like, here. You couldn't see, like, the Yoshi's Diner thing or anything. I was convinced for, like, a split second that we were getting a new Smash Bros. Already, and I was like, no shit. No fucking way. But yeah, I'm not gonna watch the entire... Yeah, fuck it, we'll watch the entire thing. Turn down a little bit. Because I have, like, a lot of thoughts about this new Mario Kart. Some positive, some negative.
Let's go!
In fact, this shot actually is, like, the first point. If you don't know, they'll get into it later in the trailer. But one of the big selling points of this Mario Kart, one of the big new features, is in the Grand Prix, between cups, you're driving between the tracks, right? And I thought, when I heard this, right, because I think, like, I heard this in this trailer. They didn't really, like, show the in-between sections off too well. When I heard this, I was like, okay, that's quite cool, What I thought it was, is it would be these, like, maybe, like, 15, 20-second segments where you're driving from a track to a track. It just adds some world building. There's a nice little transition to it. Cool. No. Instead, what they're doing is they're making 2 laps of the 3-lap tracks, being you driving from place to place. So you only get 1 lap on the actual course. And honestly, I'd be fine with that if it wasn't for these being just like massive stretches of roads, This is, going in between the first track to the second track. And it's like, I kind of want to play more of the second track instead of going on this straight away, because it's obviously not all that interesting to go on this straight away. Granted, item interactions are always interesting, fun in Mario Kart. I just don't know if it's going to be able to carry something so boring. It's not even like it's like a tight area for like a load of like shells to be like bouncing on walls and all that. It's just this like really like expansive like location. I really don't like it.
Let's go!
But I have heard rumours that like you can turn on and off that in Grand Prix. So if you can, great. If you can't, that's honestly a big miss to me because I'm someone who really likes the Grand Prix. It's what I'll usually play if I'm like playing with like friends or family. It's always fun to try and like get like the gold stars for them on like 200cc. It's a good time. It's a good time. If this is the case, I might just skip out. Look at all them. I don't know. I don't know if I'm sold on 24 races as a gimmick. I think it's cool, but I don't think it's like... I guess it's not the main gimmick, but I just don't know. I don't know if it's gonna have the problem of like the you know how like Beast games, like, yeah, it was cool they had so many people, but then it just made the show really boring. I that's a really weird comparison. I'm comparing a game show to a racing game. You know what I mean though, right? There's so many people that it just gets like really dull in a way. I don't know. Maybe I'm just negative, I don't know. I do really like the change. I do quite like the change from having you go underwater to like these rapid like areas where you're like going downhill with like the water. I kind of, and because water has like different physics, it actually feels different. Um, I didn't like how I think the good thing about underwater segments in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was the spectacle of it. For example, I thought like tracks like Water Park, Dolphin Shoals looked really nice, and that was helped because you could go underwater. Um, but I don't think gameplay they were necessarily all that interesting. Sometimes you could like get some like really cool skips without like a mushroom, because of like the floatier physics on like 200cc. But apart from that, it just felt weird, you know. But I quite like this change. This track looks so cool. The like the Donkey Kong reference type. Ah, I love it. I think everyone said that though. This is a Safari track. This track looks so good. Sorry. This one as well. I am so. This is the track that I'm really excited for of the new tracks. There's one other track I'm really excited for as well. I think it's coming up. Yeah, there it is. Wario Shipyard, my favourite track in the entire Mario Kart franchise. My goat. My man coming back. I'm so fucking happy. In fact, I think we're gonna look at some of the tracks coming back on like the list in a bit. We'll have a look at that. This track also, because I at first was like, oh, is this like a Bowser's Castle? But then someone pointed out it looked like film reels, and I was like, yeah. What it's like giving to me, vibe-wise, because of like the ghostly aesthetics with like the booze and all that, and like the film reels, it's giving, you know, that like one floor in like Luigi's Mansion 3 where you've got like the film ghost, you gotta do like the you gotta like act as like Godzilla or something. Oh, it's, first of all, great game by the way. But it kind of gives like the vibes of that. Grind rails. I feel like with every Mario Kart, I'm very difficult to be sold on the controls. I feel like all Mario Karts, when you're not playing it, look really janky, but then when you're actually playing it, they look really nice. I mean, they play really nice, so... Like, that looks janky to me, but, you know, Cow Mansion, Mega Mushroom, which I didn't think the Mega Mushroom was going to come back, but I'm very happy it did. That's the one that I wanted to come back, because I just thought it would do so well with 24 races. I don't know what's going on here, no one knows. The costumes, like the food thing, I think I'm a bit confused on, although it kind of looks like, if you look at some footage from like the open world, which I'll talk about the open world in a minute, because they've not really done a good job selling me on that either, it kind of looks like it could be that like you unlock characters in open world, almost, because it like I think it's like, if you like hover on like a location, it's got like mystery boxes, but also like some of them would like have like Mario or something, like in different costumes. I don't know. What the fuck? Oh my god! Hang on, give me like 1 minute. That's what I need to do. Let me go back to that Waluigi, bro. Look at that! Come on, my goat. Please don't come to Smash, bro. I'm sorry, I do not want Waluigi in Smash. I did not care for Waluigi in Smash. I don't want him in Smash. We already have enough Mario. We already have enough Mario reps. The Kamek item. Because there is this like orb item. Kamek is like confirmed to be like an item and not like a racer, which is really interesting because I think it's the only item we don't know what it does. This game looks sick. I know I've been quite negative, but I am very excited for this. I'm so easily sold on Mario Karts, bro. But okay, let's go. I just want to skip through now. Go Charging Shark. I want to try to find the bit. Here it is with the course selection. So we got Mario Bros. Circuit, which we've already seen, and I have seen gameplay of. It's quite good. Crown City. I've not seen much gameplay of it, but I mean, it feels like the like token, like kind of like Toad Harbor, Delfino Square, like track that takes place in like a kind of basic city, which I think we need. So we take. This one I'm really excited for. Whistle Stop Summit. It looks like it gives me like the vibes of like the second world of like Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, with like it kind of looks like there's like these like wind things up here or something. It's like there's like I don't know if it's just like the lighting, but it kind of looks like autumn, almost like the red down here, but then there's like greenery there, so I don't really know. I don't know. It just gives like those vibes, and then also DK Spaceport, which is such a good looking track.
Race through 4 courses.
Oh my god. Oh my god, look at my lawyer. Look at my lawyer. I'm saved. I am so good. I am coming out of this case dry, clean. What am I on about? Desert Hills. Maybe unpopular, but I quite like Desert Hills. Not like a massive fan, but like it's pretty good, and it's getting a remix. So, Shy Guy Bazaar. Everyone likes Shy Guy Bazaar. Wario Stadium, after years, finally being remade. And Airship Fortress, which looks stunning. I think there is some footage somewhere. I don't know if we missed it or if it's like coming up, but we're probably not going to see it. Either way, it looks stunning.
Courses in a bid for
DK Pass, Sky High Sunday, which Sky High Sunday, really weird pick. They better give it a massive glow up. And Wario Shipyard. Starview Peak as well. Galaxy Pandering? Okay.
first place.
Galaxy Pandering in 2025, okay. Koopa Troopa Beach. I'm wondering if that's N64 or Super Mario Kart. I would assume it'd be Would it though? I don't actually know. Fairway Oasis. Peach Stadium, which kind of looks like an airport type of thing, maybe, because it's like Peach Stadium, like terminal and all that. But then you've also got like Crown City again, but at night. I would assume what they're doing is they're like, because from the map you can see we enter Crown City from this side, but then if we go back to the mushroom, we enter it from like this side. So I'm assuming they're going to change the layout heavily, but I am still a little bit concerned if a lot of the tracks are just like this track, but now a different layout. Because I think with Mario Kart, like a big selling point of the tracks is how creative they are. If we're having the same tracks over and over, it kind of loses that creativity, even if we're going through different routes.
But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition.
Also,
Wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as
I
part
didn't
of
even
the
notice this. Mario Circuit 3? They're not bringing it back. They're not bringing it back. That's like a short segment in between, surely. Yeah, because that's like blocked off by like cars. So maybe they're having like the SNES tracks. You go through some of them for like getting in between the tracks. I actually didn't notice this. If so, that's really cool. That's actually really cool. Because yes, SNES tracks aren't great for like main tracks. So give them like these like small sections in Grand Prix. I think that's a good way to do it, right?
With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up.
Get past here. Knockout Tour, I'm sold on immediately. I think
Introducing
everyone is.
Knockout Tour. Race non-stop.
These are some different tracks. Although that looks like you go back through Mario Bros. Circuit, which is really weird because it's the first. Although no, these aren't. Sorry, that's my bad. These aren't cups. These are like knockout rallies, which are not gonna have new tracks. They're gonna just like. So it's really interesting because knockout rallies almost have like their own Grand Prix, which is really interesting. But we do see some other tracks. I'm assuming this is Dry Desert. As we said, Mario Bros. Stadium. Moo Moo Meadows, I'm pretty sure, which is weird it's coming back. And then this one, it kind of looks like Maple Treeway, but I don't think it is. I think it literally is just like another tree map with like a wiggler. It looks really cool. It kind of I don't know, it's just like this like grand tree. Like kind of gives oh, what's the name of the track? Oh, I love this track. How am I forgetting its name? The tree one in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. How am I forgetting it? That's going to annoy me. It'll come back to me in like 10 minutes and I'll say it randomly.
From one corner of the world.
And then here, that's Sky High Sunday. That's maybe Peach's that's like Terminal. That's what's it, Crown City? And then this one looks new. However, I think we did see some footage of it earlier. I think it was like Bowser going around the corner probably. I can't really be asked to go find it. But judging by this thing right here, it's gonna be like very like traditional like Japanese or Chinese. I'm so bad with cultures, orientated, which is cool.
To another. There are multiple
Which
checkpoints.
I will say, I am quite happy with all the obstacles we're seeing here. Like if I go back,
It's non-stop
I'm assuming
from
this isn't a track. This is like part of like the going in between
one
segments.
corner of the world to another.
Like you got like a spike here, which I'm assuming is gonna be like throwing shit at you. You got like the charging chucks on the outside. You got them like on the road as well. You got the cars. So and then there's like a spike below that. There's quite a few obstacles. So I don't think there's the in between segments are going to be necessarily boring. I don't know if they're going to be exciting though, you know?
Multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated.
Fucking Mario, he sucks in this game.
Can you make it all the way to the finish line?
I can't remember if that's it. Free roam. Free roam looks so interesting, but also really boring. Basically, free roam, as they've described it, is a place to look around and take pictures. There's no mention of any like collectibles. There's no mention of any incentive to look around. It's just an open world with nothing really to do, apparently. I don't know. Maybe because people have been saying there's like P switches in some of the footage. As I said, there might be like costumes unlockable for like doing all this, or some pro players being like, oh, well, you can like try out courses without having to like go through entire tracks. You can like figure out shortcuts, which does seem kind of useful. It's almost like a practice mode, which is quite. Which I will say I like that, but I don't know how interesting this is going to be to me personally.
Here, Mario.
And then there we go. That's basically everything. There is a little bit of footage shown in the Nintendo Switch Discord section. But I don't think anything was too interesting. There might have been something. What I do want to talk about is some of the races here. I think everyone's talked about it at this point. You got like Pokey over here. You got the Biddy Bug, Goomba, Piranha Plant's a racer. I know they're like in the pipes here, but they are like a playable character. No Petey though, from what I've seen. Got the Penguin over here. Got Spike. Another Goomba. There's two. Insane. I don't know if Cheep Cheep is a racer, but I know Fishbone is, which is really odd that it's one and not the other. I would assume that also means Cheep Cheep's a racer, which I won't get into the logistics. I think like Peeper's also one. There's like Quattaquax, is how you say it. Obviously the cow we saw. There's a lot of insane ones.
Mario Kart World. The game launches.
I don't think I can talk about this game without talking about the price. If like everyone is talking about the price, you know, because otherwise I'm gonna get like 1,000 like comments being like, "But yeah, it looks good, but it's $80." This is coming from someone who's like British, right? I am not too bothered about the price. And there is a very specific reason. Mario Kart World is going to be bundled with the Nintendo Switch 2, and it's going to be, I think, about like £30 cheaper, give or take. So, it is very obvious what they're doing. They are making the game more expensive, so then they lower the price to what would usually be like maybe like 10 quid cheaper, I don't know, for a Switch game. So it looks like they've decreased it much more, so it's like, you can get the Nintendo Switch and you can get this like game for cheap when it's usually like this much, you know? It's basic marketing. When they start charging this price for other standalone games that don't have like an alternative method that's like cheaper, I'm gonna take a much bigger issue with it. But I think Donkey Kong Bonanza is like 65 quid, which, I mean, that's not awful. If we're going by, obviously it's like, I'll have to play the games first to really decide if I think it's like really fair. But if we're saying like Switch games are 60 quid and then Switch 2 games are like higher quality games, you have to pay like 5 quid extra. I don't think that's the most insane thing. Again, I'm speaking from like a British person. Obviously, like Americans, I've heard it's like a lot worse. I think the Switch is like $450. Here it's like 395 quid, which is not that bad. Especially considering what like the PS5 and all that is nowadays. So British person, I don't think it's all that bad. I can definitely see people being mad at price increases. But me personally, I don't think it's awful. Again, Americans, I don't know. Maybe it's really bad. I've not really looked into it too much. I've just seen. I'm sorry, but like, I'm not taking you seriously. If you're gonna go to your little like Nintendo Treehouse chats and just like start spamming drop the prices, if that's gonna change anything, like, I know it happened. I know like something happened with like the 3DS. Buddy, it's Nintendo. They're a big multi-million-dollar company. They know most people are gonna buy it anyways, even if they don't drop the price, because most people have admitted to it. So, I don't know what you're expecting. So they say a lot about the Switch 2 as like an actual console. Obligatory like Nintendo Switch 2 welcome tool is gonna cost money. Mention here. It is. I'm not defending this. There is no way I can defend this. If anyone oh my god, what the hell? If anyone tries to defend this, you're stupid. Let's put it nicely. You're stupid.
Launch as a paid digital game on the
Such a piss take. Such a piss take. Well, these are interesting.
Party Jamboree.
Yeah, the Switch
take
2
a look.
versions. I am I'm
Super
conflicted
Mario
on
Party
these.
Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2. The upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls, audio recognition, more expressive rumble, and gameplay that uses a camera accessory.
I think, right. I think, I'm very mixed, right? Because on one hand, yes, they're adding a lot of new content that's centered around the Switch 2's functionalities. They're having to make whole new mini games. They're making like a whole other mode, I'm pretty sure. I think it's relatively fair. However, then you've got like stuff like the camera, like is that expansion with like they use the camera, because the camera doesn't come with the Switch 2. It's like 50 quid extra. So if I buy the Mario Party Jamboree expansion, which I probably won't, I'm not like the biggest Mario Party guy. I like the games, but I don't think I want to spend more money than I already have. Especially considering one of the main things is like, what is it? Like these types of mini games,
Full body movement
Which-
and sound.
I don't think I've ever found like a mini game based game that includes like full body movement fun, because it's just so limited. On paper, it's like, yeah, cool, you get to be part of the game, but then it's like, what am I doing? Just moving my head a little bit,
Find
or
a
what was it earlier?
Guide an RC car with your voice. Go.
But that looks so dead. I just scream into like the Switch, go, like that looks boring.
Compete in other mini games using full body movement and
I'm
sound.
sorry, but I'm out.
Guide an
I'm sorry.
Hit
I'm not doing this. I am not doing this.
blocks to collect the most coins.
I don't think it's priced too awfully for like the expansion, but I don't think it's very good. If you enjoy this kind of stuff with party games, fair enough. This guy on the right seems to be loving it. I don't think I'm gonna enjoy it. But I think something like the mouse controls, making like entirely new mini games surrounding that, I think that's all right, you know.
Nintendo Switch.
Some more in Breath of the Wild and the
The
Legend.
Breath of the Wild one is a piss take though. Yeah, it improves the graphics. I should not have to pay for better graphics. If the console is capable of making better graphics, I'm not paying extra so that my game looks better. And then you got like the
Even more out of your
Zelda
adventures
Notes
in
app,
Hyrule
which is just a
using-
GPS. Piss off. This is the first one that's like properly annoyed me. The Switch like to like what's it called, like instruction game thing. That's just funny. No one's gonna buy it.
Service.
Guidance
This is a piss take.
activating.
Can share your
The Kirby and the Forgotten Land though, I'm excited. Nothing else to say. It's just more Kirby and the Forgotten Land DLC. Love to see it. Metro Prime Beyond. I'm conflicted on this. I don't know if I'm gonna get the game. I'm conflicted if I like this, right? I'm assuming because they're mentioning it in this segment, it's gonna be paid, like extra. Although they mention Zia it's just like a graphical increase, so I don't really know. But if they charge extra for this game on Switch 2 because you can use the mouse control. At that point, what's the point of the mouse control? Because then it's just like the games are more expensive if you want to actually use it, you know? I feel like if it's just built into the console, just let me use it. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? I don't know how I feel about this, but I don't know if it is actually going to be like paid expansion, or if it will just be because it's on Switch 2. You know, you can do this now. And Legends EA is just like a graphical increase, which it does need.
Be available as both physical and digital versions.
What I'll really be sold on is if they, because I know they do show with like the upgrade packs, like they do show that like Scarlet and Violet will be in some way enhanced. If they make those games look good, I might be sold. I might be sold on the Switch 2. I really don't care about this game. It looks boring. Let's get to the good shit. Let's get to the good shit. Elden Ring, that's some bad shit. Hades 2, never played that game. It sucks ass. They're making new amiibos for Street Fighter 6. No one's buying it. Split Fiction. I don't have friends. Hogwarts Legacy, that can't run on PC. I'm sorry, it's not running on Switch 2. Skater, Hitman, I might actually get that. Cool anime game. Oh, new Zelda. I might get it. I've not played Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom though, so maybe not. I don't know. I still need to finish. Oh, what's it called? Echoes of Wisdom. So I've really enjoyed that. I've just like stopped playing it for some reason. Let's look at some other bad games. Okay, actually no. I popped off so hard for this because
Switch 2. You can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively.
they said this. I like said to myself for GameCube.
Switch 2. Please.
I said to
take a
myself
look at this.
GameCube. I kind of like giggled. You do not understand how hard I popped off. I wish I recorded my reaction to this. I screamed. I am so hyped for this. Give me motherfucking Double Dash. Give me
Nintendo Switch Online.
I don't give me
Plus
Sunshine. I already got that. I spent 60 quid to get Sunshine and Mario 64 and Galaxy. Don't make it just like a bit cheaper for other people. I need that
Classic
thing.
game library.
Give me Wind Waker. They're giving me Wind Waker. The F-Zero game. They're giving me F-Zero. Pokemon Coliseum. They're giving me Pokemon Coliseum. Shadows XD. They're giving me all of it. Luigi's Mansion. Oh, I'm actually so hyped for this. You don't understand how excited I am for this game. Well, not game, but like Switch Online thing. Genuinely so hyped. Yeah, fuck it. We'll give Delta in the time. I think Toby Fox deserves it. I was really excited for this announcement, not because it's like, oh, I get to play Chapter 3 and 4 soon. It's like, oh, they're almost done with the game. I'm sorry, and that's not like a mean thing. I just really dislike playing like chapter-based games that haven't got all the chapters out. Like fucking what's it? The mascot horror one. Fucking oh god, I'm forgetting the name. Blue big scary guy. All the kids channels made videos on. I've heard genuine good things about that. I just don't want to play it because I don't want to play chapter-based games that are like fully complete. God, I love giving mascot horror a chance only for it to be absolute shite. Obligatory Hello Neighbor mention. Yeah, Deltarune, that's cool, but is it Hello Neighbor? Get out of here. Well, that's for, not Hello Neighbor. Civilization, I don't know, Roman numerals, I think 7. Get out of here, not Hello Neighbor. Stranded Kids, where it froze here. Get out of here, not Hello Neighbor. I've never heard of this game. Actually, yeah, I have. Enter the Gungeon. I think I've heard good things about it. I don't know. This looks bad because I've not. It's not Hello Neighbor. Give me Hello Neighbor free announcement. Come on. Oh, okay, yeah. So you know how I like said I popped off at like the GameCube announcement. I might have popped off again, right? The fact... You know what, I'm gonna keep it as brief as Nintendo did. Silksong news, yay. That's all I'm saying, What else we got? Okay, it's a this. Okay, hang on. This game here, Reanimal. I've not heard about it until this direct. It's giving, to me, it gives like heavy like Little Nightmares 2 vibes. And I will say, Little Nightmares 2, I adore that game. I love that game so much. I might check out. Fortnite, I might check out. Hello Neighbor. Please give me Hello Neighbor still. This game looks very well made and good. You're not fucking Hello Neighbor. Bloodborne, you're not Hello Neighbor. Go away. Where is Fyodor Peterson, bro?
New game by From
Yeah,
Software.
shit game. Hey, I don't care you guys like it. Shit game. Okay, this one, Kirby Air Race, right? Remaking this, cool. I have a crazy conspiracy theory about this, right? Right, Kirby Air Ride, right? So we're getting a remake. Ride does. So it goes from being focused on the actual ride itself and on the people who are riding. And then who did they announce as the director for this game? And then, hey, what font does this kind of remind you of? I don't know. Maybe the Smash font? Director? Masahiro Sakurai? What's Sakurai best known for? Super Smash Bros. I do not care if this is the biggest conspiracy theory of all time. Kirby Air Riders, the remake, is going to be a collection of multiple characters. It is not just going to be Kirby, it is going to be fucking Smash Bros. Races, basically. I am calling it right now. If I am wrong, nothing will happen, right? I'm predicting it in my little noggin.
The Nintendo game.
Shut up. Not Hello Neighbor still, though. Actually, Hello Neighbor, please get into Kirby Air Riders. And then we got the Donkey Kong... 3D Donkey Kong announcement. Probably what I'm most excited for, I think so. Look at my goat. Look at my boy. Please tell me he does the DK rap in this one. Look at that. This looks like a real video game. I don't even know like what the gameplay really is. They're just kind of like destroying shit. And I'm really excited. I don't know what the objective is. Is it just going to be destroying shit? Is that it? Do I just get coins and I win? I don't know. That sounds kind of boring and simple. I'm really excited because it looks really good. Look at it, and then they do 2D thing. That's like Donkey Kong Country, the game that they made that one time. Where's K. Rool? Look at that, he's killing things. So I really don't have anything to say about this. I'm just really excited. And then the sun kills Donkey Kong, and that's the end of the direct. I genuinely, when this first popped up, I thought that's a Donkey Kong Bazinga, and I laughed my fucking ass off. I wish. I'm only calling it Donkey Kong Bazinga from now on, I'm not gonna lie. It weirdly gives, like, Pizza Tower vibes. Because there's, like, been, like, a lot of shots, first of all, how, like, expressive it is, but also, like, there's, like, a lot of shots where, Donkey Kong is this, like, terrified guy. I don't know, kind of weirdly Pepino spaghetti coated. And I think that's basically it, right? Yeah, that's basically it. I am very excited. I don't care about Nintendo Treehouse. I'm very excited. I'm extremely excited. What are the comments saying? whoever at Nintendo decided that price strategy needs to check if they have a pulse, because the game's pricing is cold as heck. I think I do genuinely just think it's like Americans that have it really rough, because I've looked at like the prices. It's like 65 quid for Donkey Kong. Like, yeah, it's quite expensive for Mario Kart, but it's because it's bundled with the Switch 2. So they're trying to like incentivize you to buy the Switch 2 even more if you're not sold already. You know, I feel like I feel like it's not that bad. Again, America could be really fucked. Terry Fox using the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, $450 for the console, $80 for the games. Not $80 for the games. It is $80 just for Mario Kart, and you can get it cheaper with a bundle. Like I think it's just $80 for Mario Kart, right? It's like probably $70 for the other games, which I think was that the norm in America before? I don't actually know. Because we've obviously again with like Donkey Kong Bazinga, it's like a £5 increase. They're increasing the game's prices a bit for two pretty obvious reasons. One, because it's going to be higher quality than the Switch games, and two, well, hopefully, and two, because it's the industry standard. Unfortunately, like, I don't think it's great that it's the industry standard, but it is. I don't think we're gonna see like a price drop anytime soon. I think it's just gonna go higher. But all right, I think we just kind of gotta suck it up, guys. I get it. It sucks, but like it's just gonna be the industry standards. Joy-Cons, yeah, it's actually outrageous considering the state of the world. Yeah, but that's just kind of how it is. Can't see any good reason for upgrading to a Switch 2. Then don't, man. Then don't. I'm sorry. Like if you have like genuine good reason, like, yeah, I've still got like loads of Switch 1 games I want to play. So I'm just gonna stick to that. That's great. You know, just do that. You know, just don't upgrade. Don't force the queue. No one disagrees, man. Yeah. If fun with its goodwill over an additional $10, I guess is how much the consumer base means to them. Again, it's because it's bottom of the fucking Switch, you know? I feel like I sound like I'm dick riding Nintendo. And I really don't want to sound like I'm doing that. But like I'm sorry, but some of you are just a bit stupid. They're getting hug followed by a slap by the back. That's because it's going to be like $30 cheaper. So then it's going to end up being like $50 if you buy it bundled with the Switch. It's to incentivize people to buy the fucking Switch too. Come on. Sorry. I'm excited. I don't. Again, it's annoying there's some price increases, but it's not egregious. It's not like the worst thing ever. I'm excited. I don't think it's all that bad. Maybe. Come on, newest comments sympathize with me. Like with proposed game, they're gonna push the games to privacy. They already pirate games. Oh my god. But also, what? Oh no, you're stupid. Add the option to buy without the dock. Sell the dock as a standalone also. Do you realize what they're gonna do? They're gonna make the dock standalone more expensive and the Switch standalone more expensive. And then if you buy the standalones, buy one standalone, buy the other standalone, it's gonna be more expensive than the Switch 2. Are you dumb? You're not doing anything, mate. Is it like Kratos or something? No, it's just a bad guy. I'm sorry, you're not getting anything done. I forgot to put the time. No, we know, man. Oh my god, hang on. I kind of want to read this monster comment. Oh, I think we are getting the okie dokie backwards and First off, we know the NVIDIA chip has its own set of what? Original Switch games can be played on new hardware. It should at least be able to perform than it did on the original hardware, which they've said it will do. With that said, the NVIDIA chip is capable of upscaling without downloading any additional content. So if a game was only 720p, the chip itself easily upscale to 1080p. Well, that's a hiccup. And if playing Switch 1 games on the Switch 2 is being done in combination with emulation and hardware, then the upgrade has to be completely synthetic. What would we actually be paying for here? I'm a little bit. I'm actually kind of lost on what this guy's saying. I know, not free. Oh, is he saying like like paying for like upgrades for like games like it. Yeah, I agree here. I agree here. I think his words really, but I think I agree. I don't know. There's definitely some issues they've made with the pricing. I'm not gonna defend them on fucking everything, but I think the outrage around Mario Kart World specifically has been a bit overdone. I genuinely do not think it is as bad as people are saying. I think you just gotta look at the bigger picture of you've got the standalone version that's quite expensive, but then you've also got the bundled together version which is cheaper and around the normal price. It's basic marketing, lads. Come on. I think when you look at it like that, it's not that bad. Maybe I don't know. Again, I think a lot of the people complaining are Americans, to be entirely fair. Because this is Nintendo of America after all. So hey, maybe and maybe it's just like a loud majority. You got like 225k likes to 24k. I don't know. What do you think about the pricing? I'm genuinely curious because maybe I'm just like not looking at it from like all perspectives. I think I think I'm doing an alright job trying to like think about it from like the perspective of one person to another. But for me, I only just see it as like it's not that bad, guys. But so someone let me know. What you're thinking about the prices, and also what do you? Come on, let's get that engagement bait. You gotta leave 2 comments. One about the pricing, and one about your favorite game that's coming to Switch 2. And then that'll boost me in the algorithm heavily. And that's it. See ya. Oh wait, no, hang on. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to become a little screw that I will use to build my next table with. Now it's everything. See ya.